you're back in the bluff with Studio 771. Uncensored, it's your host with the most. It's Charles Barjon.
Hey, what up? It's the Brandon.
And
What's
yeah,
up?
we got someone new.
Let's go.
Alright, so what are we talking about, the Brandon?
Hey, so let's get right into it. First of all, we will be remiss if we didn't first go into conversation about the now late great Kobe Bean Bryant.
The Mamba.
Bro, the Black Mamba. Last Sunday, November, boy. It's been a long day.
Where's your mind at?
January 27th.
Man.
NBA legend Kobe Bryant met his tragic demise on a helicopter
LA legend. Like, I'm from Los Angeles, bro.
Shout him down there.
And like our advisor texted DeBrandon and I earlier this week, like, I don't know, Charles, if you ever be able to get over it. And the truth is that I won't, because he's like the fabric of LA. There's only like certain people who have that influence in my city. It's like Kobe, maybe Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube. Like, these people, if they were to pass away, it'd break the city.
Right.
And I just don't. Maybe because I'm not there right now, it's not hitting me. But I feel if I were to be in LA right now, I'd be crying.
Like, well, look, Kobe put in 2 decades to that city. Like, for all intents and purposes, that was his city as well.
It was.
And
like, that's he has the key to it.
Like, between him and Shaq, I don't think, between him, Shaq, and Magic, there are no Lakers who, Not even Shaq, because he didn't stay with the Lakers. Kareem even, he won 6 chips, but what, I don't think all of them was with y'all, huh? Well,
I don't know. But I know Kobe, like, he stayed, that's just
Kobe
team.
stayed for 2
From
decades.
the beginning to the end of his career, he only played for the Lakers.
Right.
So it's like, that's...
Always staying with one team.
Right? I mean, like, it's just that loyalty factor, right? So, I mean, I guess first, what we can do to kind of kick off this podcast, let's just kind of go around as just what our own little Kobe story that you may want to say. Or even, like, just not a story, just your own personal thoughts about him and his death and how it may have impacted you or people that you know.
And Tasia?
Yeah, go.
Alright, so I'm not a basketball fan.
Okay.
It's not really my thing. I don't play sports. But my story can just be, growing up and I had friends, like, throwing trash in the trash or being out back. Like,
Kobe.
If you missed, it was a Shaq. If you made it, it was like, Kobe. No, it was a Shaq. Instead, I'm just like,
bro,
that's sad.
Like, I don't even watch
Imagine being
basketball.
called a Shaq.
That is like a universal thing. I feel like, like, you cannot go to a school anywhere in the early 2000s and not. That was the thing. Like, Kobe was the thing.
And for me, not even being a basketball fan, I was like, I didn't feel connected, but I knew who you were. Like, I knew you were great. You know?
Exactly.
Facts, bro.
And I was just sad. Like, damn, of all people.
Right. Like,
I know
didn't
everybody
expect
has
it.
like their time, but I was like, Kobe.
And just
right.
If I can interject, it was his daughter along with 7 other passengers, like, as well.
Me.
That broke my heart.
Especially knowing that he did travel in helicopter, because he said he needed to be with his family. Like, traffic got bad. Like, he made a promise, like, I'm gonna be at every event I can. That's why he took helicopters. And the fact that he died with his daughter trying to get to a tournament or practice,
her game,
right?
Man,
like really, like, that broke my heart. I was at IHOP eating breakfast, and like the story broke, and we were like, damn,
yo,
really?
like, what can you tell your child as a parent as that plane goes down? Like, what could your words even be?
Oh, I
like,
teared up.
I just hug her.
Thinking about that, like knowing like the plane is crashing and knowing like you're not gonna make it out of this, like having to hold your daughter and be like,
It was a report that when they found the bodies, Gianna was actually up in his arms when they found her.
I'm sure, man. Like that's
tough.
But I feel like just knowing, like, just seeing their bond, like, through everything, like, I feel like it would have been...
I know, because even in the meme that went viral right before they passed away.
I know, like, they were, like, best friends, because she was the only one that, played basketball, so that was, like, their bond.
That was his heir apparent. Like, that was the heir to the Mamba throne, bro.
It really was.
And that is no difference, like, I mean, just from a basketball standpoint. Like, he has 3 other daughters as well, and so, I mean, like, that's not throwing any, like, aspersions or anything, but just as far as on the basketball court, that's who was gonna succeed him. And just to have the both of them go down, like, his wife lost her husband and a daughter, and her sister
imagine
lost.
Losing your husband and your daughter in the same day.
Or
losing your dad and your sister in the same day.
Like, that's heartbreaking.
I couldn't. And my personal experience with Kobe, like I said before, I'm an LA kid. So although I've never seen Kobe in person, I've been to the Staples Center. I've seen his face all over the Staples Center. I've seen his jersey. I've seen like purple and gold everywhere. I've been to I'm not even a Clippers fan. I've been to a Clippers game, and I was there because of Boy Scouts. You know, I shook what's his name, Blake Griffin's hand and all that. But even though it's a Clippers game, you walk out and you go into the store, it's Lakers apparel everywhere. Ain't nobody. I'm sorry, Clippers fans. Ain't nobody care about the Clippers in LA. Like, I mean, yeah, you got a couple Clippers fans, but LA is about the Lakers.
It's a Laker town,
and it's culture. And losing Kobe, I was in my bed, still underneath the covers. I just turned the news on, and I was on Twitter too, so I got it on the news and Twitter. And I just looked at my roommate and just in disbelief, like, bro, like,
it's really happening.
Kobe Bryant just died, like, and there's no way I can overstand that. Like, I can't. I look at his picture, and in my mind, he's still alive, but I know that he's not here. I haven't felt this way since Michael Jackson passing.
These are real things, because I think when people think about Kobe, it always goes down to where they saw him, and most of it was on TV or on radio shows or on.
Wait, I gotta cut.
What's up?
Also, Kobe is a big part of my childhood because me and my grandpa would sit and watch Laker games like every single night. And my grandpa is pretty much like my father growing up, because I was raised by a single mom. So Kobe was just like this integral part of my life, like a bonding moment for me and my grandpa. So that's another thing.
That's different. And I mean, it just kind of speaks to I think the different kind of bonds people had with someone like Kobe, even if you haven't really even met him in person. It's that kind of effect that he has on the people around him, on the regions around him. And I think that goes on its own to speak like just what his legacy was, like what was left behind.
True legacy.
Like, it's the people that you touch, the people that you reach. And
well, how has Kobe impacted you, Brandon?
Well, honestly, he's the first, he's how I got into being a basketball fan. My uncle, when he got out of jail, I want to say 7, 8, something like that. I was young, and it was 2010, so I'm doing the math in my head. I was like 10 then. Okay. I don't know. Don't take my math on that. I'm 21.
2010. I was 10 in 2010.
Okay, then yeah.
I was born in 2000.
Then 11 and 12, something like that. Long story short, that year when the Lakers won that championship against the Celtics, that's when him and his friends were up in the living room, watching TV.
Was that the Christmas Day one?
No, it was in the finals.
Cause I remember one man. Anyway, continue.
Yeah. But just a little sidebar. Those Celtics teams, at that time period, those were they were a problem.
Yeah,
they were a problem. You had Paul Pierce,
man.
Rondo, Kendrick Perkins. I could go on, but I'm not. My point with that is I just kind of wandered into it, and I had because we had one TV in the apartment, so I was trying to play my game, Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, without him. Come on, hurry this up. I'm trying to So I'm just sitting there waiting, and then just looking. I'm seeing look glances at the TV, seeing what's going on, and I'm like, hey, I don't know exactly what's going on, but he doing it the right way. and
I feel that 'cause I didn't really become a Lakers a basketball fan
until
I wrestled. I'm a martial arts dude. But
and I played soccer. So
right, but
wasn't my thing.
There's something about Kobe and there's something about the Lakers that's just so captivating.
Right.
It's just something about him. You don't have to play sports to know who Kobe Bryant is.
Exactly.
I feel like if you have that type of impact, that you don't have to play sports
true
and you
celebrity.
know who he is.
He is an Oscar award winner. He's been everywhere. Yo.
Right.
He's an author.
He has a book.
He's a girl dad.
He's a basketball coach. So
it's
a lot to Kobe. And me personally, it's that's how I personally became a Lakers fan to begin with. It was that game, seeing Kobe doing that, and eventually I had an opportunity to kind of learn more about that person who I seen, who kind of got me interested in the game. And the more you kind of hear his story and how he kind of got introduced to the game himself in the world of basketball and the world of sports, you start to kind of feel for the story more. And I think that just people in general, any given time, place, anywhere, we all love a good story. I feel and the story of Kobe was when, it's not even a story. That is a
breaking
legend.
fingers, breaking ankles, know what I mean, and still conquering, Mamba mentality.
That is the legend of the Mamba, bro.
Everybody's secretly a Lakers fan,
bro. And
you can be a Celtics fan and I like the Lakers.
So we aren't gonna spend too much more time on this. I just really wanted to make sure that we all kind of acknowledged it, because what he contributed to not only the game of basketball but the culture, black culture, Like the
Man,
people who we see.
Say that there.
Like, bro, Kobe was an integral part of where we are as far as like a people, how we talk, how we move, and just how we kind of look at certain things out into the
Exactly.
world. How we like you talk
Part
about
of our
it,
lives. He's literally a thread in the fabric of our life.
Mamba mentality. That's not just a basketball thing. That's an outlook on life.
I'm saying.
Going after something.
That's
seeing
like
something
what
and
I
attacking
used in
it, bro.
wrestling. Like in high school, they called me the Stingray Stunner. And I wrote on
Hey.
Facebook, I said there'd be no Stingray Stunner without the Black Mamba.
Stingray stun.
Because-
Tell about
You
it,
get the
Charles.
mentality to go
Yeah.
after whatever.
That's
like,
it.
Exactly. Because
He was
like, the
a
story
great
is
dad.
that I got stung by a stingray, and I haven't walked the same since. But I didn't let that change how I wrestled. I still became wrestling captain. I still became district champion. Still went to CIF. Still, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like that mentality of you're not gonna let something set you back had a profound impact on me. Like you can say in Boy Scouts I've been scouting since the 2nd grade, and I was one of those scouts like I don't care about requirements. I just want to go to Grand Canyon. I just want to hike. But then it came to a point. It's like, hold up, I've been doing this in 2nd grade. I need to get the Eagle Scout. So literally, I had like 2-3 years left, because if you don't know, when you're 18, you're automatically out of Boy Scouts because it's only for like youth.
Right.
So I had to hustle like in the last 2 years, like 16, 17 years old, like, all right, all these requirements to get them done. Mama mentality, gotta, do all this right now just so I can be an Eagle Scout. And I just gotta thank Kobe for that. But
Man.
what else we got, DeBrandon? I don't want to be sad for too
Man,
much longer.
yeah, well, turn that off. Quick little shout out to Kobe Bean Bryant.
Quick
Lifting
little
that
shout
off.
out. We
Quick
gotta get a
little
shirt
shout out.
one day with that on
Hey,
there. Quick
bro.
little shout out. That's like our slogan on the show.
I regret to tell everyone that the news
Yeah.
is not getting any more cheerful, however, as far
Lord
as
have
topics go.
mercy.
The coronavirus.
Oh, Lord.
Lord,
So-
Lord.
Just to give y'all some backstory, it originated in China, from what sources are, coming out and like telling.
Mhm.
Over 150 people so far have died in China.
Jeez.
With
Louise.
the Chinese, people who are in charge of medicine in that area,
Mhm.
the heavily impacted areas, they're in the process of building a 1,000
hospitals,
bed, yeah.
yeah.
Like in it's going to be done in a week according to their estimates.
That
First
kind of
of all, may I
bothers me.
say,
That
right?
kind of bothers
Yeah.
me. Like how
Man,
sound and intact are these hospitals gonna be?
Like-
if you're building 2 hospitals in just under 2 weeks.
They move in sync.
Like yo, I don't get that. But do it, please. You gotta say.
By all means.
And yo, I gotta say something too, because I saw one of my peers on Facebook say that how could you be mad at us for stereotyping you guys for eating animals when you got this thing from eating bats and yada yada. I'm like, yo, number one, cut that racist stuff out. Number one, how are you gonna judge these people from eating bat soup when you eat a hamburger every day? Now you're gonna take the life of a cow and put it over a bat. I understand why you'd say that, because it is kind of strange from a Western perspective.
Right.
But you can't walk all over people's cultures just because of the
We're
virus.
nice.
I mean, yeah, the virus, they say it came from the bat soup and all that. But you can't just disrespect people's culture just
And-
for shits and giggles.
And even then, there's cases of contaminated food everywhere. That happens.
Exactly.
Like I look on the WBRZ app every day. Food recalled for this reason or that reason.
Right.
Random foods.
I bet you the
sausage
tap
and
water in your
oatmeal.
city ain't as clean.
Bruh.
To be honest.
Like, you can't judge people, yo.
But
Hey,
did
look.
you guys see the World Health Organization declare like a state of emergency?
Yeah.
Dang.
And
It's-
there's like states like Illinois has a confirmed case, Delaware has a confirmed case. Like
Not only states, because I think it's like 6
it's
states
a
now.
new case today, too. This morning on the news, it went to 6 people, not 5 in the U.S. now.
More than 15 countries around the world have had confirmed cases of this
Yeah.
disease.
and there's a confirmed of 213 people dead so far.
You know what's
Jeez,
crazy?
230. Dang.
213 people dead, and China is on lockdown with nearly.
That's an
60 million
update. I just
people
gave y'all the
on
wrong
lockdown.
number.
Man, you know
Yeah.
what's crazy,
They
though?
locked down 60 million people.
That was yesterday, y'all.
Like, remember when the year just turned to 2020 and those memes are going around like, y'all know, like, every decade in the 20s is always epidemic, the bubonic plague, this, and then now we got this virus. It's like, yo, these memes are starting to become true. Like, I don't know what's going on
I
here.
mean,
it's a little weird.
One thing about Twitter is people will joke. I feel like in every joke there
this
is a
joke's getting
manner.
real.
But there's some
Yeah,
truth
it's
in this
there's some
jokes.
truth to every
Okay.
joke.
I need to educate y'all on the law of attraction, how the universe is always listening. Welcome to the hippie corner with Charles Barjon. Okay, what you put out will most definitely come back to you like
It
a
will.
boomerang. If you don't mean it, don't say it, don't type it, because
Like,
words
this
are powerful.
manifestation is really real.
It
It
is.
really is.
So I guess with all of that being said, my question for all of us here is,
Yeah.
what do y'all think this is ultimately going to turn into? Because recently in our lifetimes, we have seen the name some of the diseases that have like happened.
In our,
Bird
man,
flu.
swine